Hello, you beautiful people. It is Giddy. And, wow, it feels very weird to say that after all the years I made Call of Duty commentaries. It's kind of the way that this channel got most of its subs, is I would make opinion commentaries about certain subjects with COD gameplay in the background, and people liked it. So I figured I would stop neglecting my YouTube channel and make a video about some hot topics in the Call of Duty scene, especially with Cold War just now coming out. These were an issue in this game as well, Modern Warfare, but people are really talking about them now. The gameplay in the background is just some plunder, some solo versus squads. I think I dropped 55 kills. I don't know what's impressive for plunder, but I thought 55 was pretty good. So that's what's going on in the background. So we're going to talk about skill-based matchmaking and aim assist. Two topics that are discussed quite a bit lately, and I'm going to give you my spin on both of them. Just to give you some background, I've been playing Call of Duty since 2006. I, of course, started on console, and I played COD on console for 10 years. And then around 2015, I switched to H1Z1, which, of course, is on PC. And I never looked back. I was pretty much a PC gamer from then on out because, you know, as much as I loved console, PC is the way to game. It's smoother. It's more user-friendly. It's not more bank account friendly, but definitely a better way to play. But anyways, skill-based matchmaking. I've always thought that the idea of skill-based matchmaking is terrible for a casual shooter game, which is what COD is. That's how COD got its name. That's how COD made ripples in the community. That's why so many people played it, is because it was so accessible. You could just play it and have fun. And what skill-based matchmaking has done is killed fun. When I first started on COD, Call of Duty 2 is my first, and I really played a lot of COD 4, which I think is still to this day the best first-person shooter. When I first started playing that, I got my ass beat. And that's the way that I learned. I got my ass beat so much, it got me so good at the game that I pretty much ended every game at the top of the scoreboard. And it's because I got my ass beat by those better players. It taught me positioning, it taught me gunplay, it taught me, you know, map layout, it taught me where to challenge, when to challenge, how to challenge. There's so many things you could learn from playing against somebody that's just better than you. And that's how I learned so fast. The thing with skill-based matchmaking is, if you're brand new to the game and you get placed against somebody else that's brand new, what are y'all learning? I guess you can make an argument for learning maps, maybe? But you're not learning engagements. You're not really learning gunplay, because you're against somebody that's also terrible. So the whole idea of that in a casual shooter pub has never made a lick of sense to me. There's a time and a place for skill-based matchmaking. League play on Black Ops 2, for example. I'm sure most of you, if you haven't played Black Ops 2, you at least know of it. One of the best Call of Duty games ever made. It had a mode called League play, which was basically the casual player's introduction to competitive COD. It was a whole playlist for it, competitive rule set. Skill-based matchmaking and ranks and something like that totally makes sense, because that's what it's for. You're trying to use the best guns, do the most OP things, and be competitive. It's meant for that. Counter-Strike, competitive. I think Counter-Strike is the best competitive shooter of all time. And it has ranks. It has skill-based matchmaking because it makes sense in a game like that. But if you're trying to play a casual shooter and you're having to deal with just absolute sweat lords every game, that really kills the fun. Because being in the Call of Duty community for so long, I was a part of the sniper scene. If any of you guys are familiar with the old sniper montages, something we really liked to do was switch it up, use different guns, use different equipment, do all these things to make our clips unique. Once you get to a certain point in skill-based matchmaking where you're against people that really care about the game, that are really nerds, that only use the meta shit, it completely takes away your opportunity to try new guns. You have to use meta or you just get dominated. This gameplay, for example, I'm using the Kilo and the MP5. That's pretty much all Warzone is. If you've ever played Warzone, these are the guns. And it's because they're so strong. All the nerds use them. All the sweats. There's just no variety. And it really kills the fun of the game. And this is why I can't really play Warzone for too long, because I genuinely get bored. That's the problem. Like I said with skill-based matchmaking, it kills the fun to where you are bored. I don't want to die to the same thing every game. I don't want to die to somebody sitting in a corner protecting their KD. I want to play against people that are playing the game. And skill-based matchmaking, yeah, it's super boring. Doesn't have a place in casual shooters. Keep it for those playlists that are actually supposed to be competitive. Keep it for, I don't want to feel like I'm playing a tournament every single game. Multiplayer or Warzone. Every game feels like a tournament. It is so boring. All right, so moving on to aim assist. This one might be a little controversial because console is so accessible. There's so many more console players because console's cheaper than PC. It's so casual player friendly. A lot of people are going to get butthurt by my opinions, but let me say again, like I said at the beginning, I played Call of Duty on controller for 10 years. I know what I'm talking about. It's not like I'm a PC elitist that just has no idea of what it's like to use a controller or how it's supposed to be. I played for a decade. I know what I'm talking about. So, in the last 2 Call of Duty games, Modern Warfare and Cold War, aim assist is just flat out, to put it in plain terms, too strong. I understand that controller players need slightly stronger aim assist than in the old Call of Duties because you have to be able to compete with mouse and keyboard. So I totally get it. I don't think that aim assist should be exactly like it was in the old CODs. I think it should be a slim stronger. But the way they have it right now is so strong that it's basically a legal soft aimbot. And if you've ever watched a kill cam dying to an aim assist player, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Where their aim is super bad, it's all over the place, and then whenever they hover anywhere in your general direction, it automatically snaps onto you and doesn't move, and then after you die, their aim instantly snaps off whenever they don't have aim assist anymore. It's simply too strong the way it is. Whenever I see a kill cam like that, whenever there's a 70-year-old grandpa sitting on their couch with a handlebar mustache on a 70-inch TV that has 5 seconds of input delay, beaming me, and then I see his aim instantly pull off because he doesn't have aim assist because I'm dead, I don't feel like I earned that death. And in a game like Call of Duty that promotes camping so much, if I don't get first shot on, I don't stand a chance. If there's a camping Carl in the corner that's using a controller and they get first shot on, I am dead no matter what. No matter what I do. Because it's just so strong. It is such a handicap. And like I said, I fully understand aim assist needs to be a little bit stronger than it was in the old COD games because, you know, they're against mouse and keyboard now. I get it. But we mouse and keyboard players have to aim. There's a reason why a lot of the big streamers stopped playing this game. There's a reason Shroud, for example, stopped playing it. And he's talked about aim assist before. Are you going to tell me that Shroud doesn't know what he's talking about with shooter games? Like I said, I get why it needs to be a little stronger than it used to be, but it's simply too strong right now, and I think a nerf would be justified. I don't think it's coming because console players are how these devs make all their money. But anyways, that's my opinions.